Biometrics Optimum Woman is the only woman's high-potency full-spectrum multiple vitamin supplement to contain 56 nutrients, including those most important for today's woman, such as calcium for bone health, iron for healthy red blood cells, beta-carotene, biotin for nail and hair health, gamma-linoleic acid from evening primrose oil, octasanol, grapeseed extract, a potent antioxidant important for maintaining capillary strength, and vegetarian digestive enzymes. Visit www.biomadrxsupplements.com.
Gold label quality Biomed RX CBD oil is made from organic hemp that is locally grown, glyphosate-free, gluten-free, non-GMO, homogenized, third-party tested, and CO2 extracted. Visit www.biomedrxcbd.com.
Hi, this is Devin Lockett, the president of JobSite Route. As the son of a general contractor, I know how difficult it can be to get good food on the job site. And letting your construction workers leave the job site to buy lunch just takes valuable time away from them being on the site. I've developed an app and a program that will bring a steady stream of food trucks to your job sites every month for the low price of only $100 per month per site. That comes up to about $3 per day to have a steady stream of food trucks coming to your job sites all day, every working day. You can also contact the food trucks ahead of time and pre-order your food from the menu on our app. This saves valuable time for your construction workers and for you. It also sends a variety of delicious food served on Southern California food trucks to your job sites all day. When you think about it, it only makes sense to join the JobSite Route Network. All right. Hello. How's everybody doing? Thank you for joining me. It has been so long. Let me make sure my levels are up. My microphone is coming through because that would be quite embarrassing if it wasn't. Now, I believe my mic is kind of low,
So I'm going to raise my levels up a little bit. I hope it's not overwhelming. I'm trying to bring it up into the yellow. Testing, testing. There we go. Testing, testing. That's about right there. How's everybody doing? I've been away. I've been away for a while. Since the last time I've been live, I usually go live when I'm going on business trips and take you guys with me, but I haven't. I've been very busy, just enjoying life and enjoying being in the moment without broadcasting everything online for a while. So I hope you forgive me. But my son Kai and I had a chance to visit Hawaii this summer. We had a very nice trip to Hawaii. I'm still there. You know, I used to live in Hawaii. I have a good story for you guys. I used to live in Hawaii 30 years ago. I actually turned 30 in Hawaii. And while I was there, I had a side gig taking pictures. I used to hustle on Kalakaua, right in Waikiki, taking pictures with two birds, a papagayo, a macaw, right, a papagayo, South American papagayo, and a cockatoo. And I was in business. You know, I used to rent the birds from a gentleman. That gentleman, unfortunately, has passed. He's passed on to his reward. And the kid, the guy that he sold the birds to, still is walking on Kalakaua in Hawaii and taking pictures with the birds. That bird is an icon in Hawaii, and he remembers me. His name is Punky, believe it or not. Punky remembers me. It brought tears to my eyes. The guy let me play with him for a minute, and he walked right up my arm just like old times and started trying to take the feather out of my hat. And Punky is quite the character, and he's old. The guy who owns him thought he was 27 years old, and I was like, no, because he was a full-grown papagayo when I made money with him 30 years ago. But Punky has recently reproduced, and now he reproduced with a yellow, beautiful yellow macaw, and now they have a little green baby macaw son with all kind of colorful feathers from both his mom and dad on him. So that was nice. But my son and I had a chance to visit pretty much all of the waterfalls on Oahu. I'm going to be heading back to the Big Island later on this year, hopefully before the end of the year. I was hoping to go this month, actually. And I'm going to be going to the Big Island this time. I'm going to be visiting 2 different hospitals, and I'm probably going to visit as many of the waterfalls as I can find when I'm there. Now, since I've been back from Hawaii, I had a trip to New Mexico, and it was a business trip. Shout out to the State of New Mexico Department of Health. Okay, love you guys. And I brought a couple of biometrics employees, and together we went through everything in the hospital. We did preventative maintenance. It wasn't a hospital. It was actually a retirement facility for the state. But we went through all of the preventative maintenance, calibration, verification, electrical safety inspection of all of the medical equipment, recorded them, documented them with new serial numbers wherever appropriate, and updated their inventory, provided a full report in real time before we left. It was a very good trip. But one of the things that I wanted to talk about, go ahead on and hit the button, hit the subscribe, all of that. You know how it is. And thank you for commenting and sharing my videos. One of the things that, what was I saying? Oh, one of the things that I was glad to have discovered in New Mexico, I was in Las Vegas, New Mexico, are the Montezuma Hot Springs. You've got to see the Montezuma Hot Springs, people. If you ever get to New Mexico, I want you to head to Santa Fe, and then go about an hour north of Santa Fe, about 45 minutes to an hour north of Santa Fe, into the city of Las Vegas, New Mexico. And in Las Vegas, New Mexico, there are the Montezuma Hot Springs. It's about 6 or 7, maybe 8 pools, different types, different pools that you can jump in. And the pools on one side are hotter in the winter months, and the pools on the other side are hotter than the other ones in the summer months. But if you go to the lobster pot, which would be the top pool in the Montezuma Hot Springs, then you're going to find that it's about 140 degrees on the top level. The second level down, it's about, I would say, 120. And in the third level down, it's about 110, 108 to 110, which is about it's about what you would see in a jacuzzi, right? About 110. It's about 108 to 110 in the jacuzzi. So needless to say, the 140, the lobster pot is blisteringly hot. Now, I really can't believe that being a holistic health guy at my age, that I'm just now discovering hot springs and what hot springs are. But I am just now discovering what hot springs are. I'm just keeping it real. And it's just crazy the benefit that you get from dipping in hot springs. The water is full of lithium and a lot of other minerals. And when you dip into the hot spring, it hurts. I'm going to keep it real. If you stick your foot in the hot spring at 140, it's so hot that you're not going to jump in. You're not going to jump in. The foot is going to fool you, all right? So you don't stick your foot in. You stick your whole body in, and remember, it's like peeling a Band-Aid. Where the water touches the air, the water level right there hurts, okay? It hurts. That's where the heat is, and that's where your body is reminded that you're not hot. I mean, that you're not in the cool, the relatively cool, comparatively cool air outside of the hot water. But if you quickly dump all the way in and then come back up to just here, bring the water level here, keep your head out of the water, then your body will start to adjust. You can ignore the pain if you have a high pain threshold like myself. And your pores will be forced open because of the heat. And you will be able to absorb a lot of minerals. I was just having a talk with my lovely daughter, Katie, last night. Shout out, Katie. Shout out, Kai. And shout out to Yvonne, my kids. I love my kids. I was just telling her about it. We're going to go on a quest to find comparable hot springs all over the world, all over the country. They're everywhere. Every continent, I believe, every continent has hot springs. You just have to find out where they are, tap into them, and enjoy them. But the Montezuma Hot Springs, I will tell you, are a winner. The Montezuma Hot Springs are incredible, you know, and it's a must. If I go anywhere near New Mexico or Las Vegas, New Mexico, I will make a special trip to dip my body into that water. When you come out of the hot spring, you feel like you ate a good meal with regard to the level of nourishment that you feel inside your body. Evidently, our diets have been depleted of many essential vitamins and minerals and other things that are in the water and the hot springs that are naturally present in those waters. And you feel a sense of what they call comatosis, in that you could really go to sleep and stay asleep for a long time. Okay, the local people recommend that you do not shower off the spring water, that you let it dry, let your body soak it in, let these healing waters soak in, and that you just go to sleep. And you will not have any trouble getting to sleep over the next few days after you take that hot dip. And I highly recommend it. Needless to say, I highly recommend it. You know, I was going to talk about earlier, oh wow, I played that commercial and didn't even allow you guys to hear it. I'm so sorry about that. I had my background on silent, but now you hear a little bit of music. Maybe it's too loud. Actually, I believe it's way too loud. Let me bring it down to about right here. Yeah, like maybe right there. How's that? Yeah. So anyway, the hot springs were excellent. The waterfalls in Hawaii were excellent. Anytime you go to Hawaii, it's a great time. It's an excellent thing to do. And so I wanted to get into today's discussion. I was going to talk about patterning. Patterning is the process of creating synchronicities and placing things into your life that you want to have in your life, whether it be events or opportunities or people, to meet people. These are the things that I want to discuss today. Now, when I was studying the mystery religions, I often ask myself the philosophical and ethical question of, is it fair to those who love you, the people in your life who love you, if you are able to transform your life drastically, then that means that you're automatically transforming their lives too. That means that you're automatically that their lives are going to change because they're interacting with you, and they can't help changing. I'm going to have to let this cat out. Excuse me. Come on, man. So what do you do, right? Whether you use binaural beats or the gateway process to accomplish patterning, which ends up changing your life and changing the lives of all of those around you, or whether you just do it kinetically. In other words, whether you just accomplish achieving your goals through hard work, it is going to change all of the people around you, regardless of whether you ask their permission or not, because they're part of your life and they're interacting with you. And as you change, as you elevate yourself, then they are going to have whatever reaction and response they're going to have to your success. Fear not. Don't be afraid of that. Go ahead and change your life. Go ahead and pattern. Now, how do you pattern? Well, there are different levels of focus that you can achieve through listening to binaural beats, the binaural beats that were created by the Monroe Institute. And if you get into the practice of the gateway process is a series of audio files, audio binaural beat files that are designed to help a person achieve an out-of-body state at will. Yeah. There are people called remote viewers, and remote viewing is the process of taking your astral body and exiting your physical body and traveling around, spying, if you will, or being a ghost, if you will. And there are people who accomplish this on a regular basis, and they're trained, they're employed by our government, they're employed by the government of Russia and different parts of the world. I'm sure the Chinese have their own remote viewers. It is a legitimate job, and it is a skill that can be learned through training. That training happens when you it helps to train your brain through the use of EEG biofeedback or neurofeedback. But having already accomplished that foundation, if you listen to binaural beats, or if you follow the Gateway program, the Gateway process religiously or regularly, then you will find that it's easier and easier for you to achieve remote viewing, right? For you to be able to achieve the remote viewing state, the out-of-body state. Dr. Richard Greer, I think it's Richard, Dr. Richard Greer, a trauma physician in Arizona, is one of the world's leading ufologists or UFOologists, and he actually practices the process of attaining the out-of-body state, or the gateway process, in order to communicate with extraterrestrial beings that may or may not be visiting our realm. Now, on the way to learning how to achieve the out-of-body state, you will come across a lot of other benefits to listening to binaural beats or going through the gateway process. For example, my understanding of epistemology before discovering the gateway process was that man is born a tabula rasa, and that all learning happens through the experiences of the senses. In other words, through seeing, hearing, smelling, tasting, touching, and either through direct experience with whatever it is that you're learning about, or sitting in a classroom and listening to a lecture from someone else, getting instructions hands-on from a journeyman, or reading, right? But, and in that, the brain would be considered like a computer. But after the gateway process, I have come to the understanding that the brain is a computer, but the brain is a computer that's online. And, excuse me. The brain is a computer that's online. And the brain has its own ability to tap into the infinite source of knowledge and wisdom we call God, or the Holy Spirit, or whatever it is that the force, source, or whatever term that you want to attach to it. So learning does not necessarily have to happen through the disciplined act of paying attention. Learning can happen through having your mind opened as a conduit to the infinite stream of knowledge and wisdom which lives in our universe and is surrounding us at all times, in every way, everywhere in the world. And when you are, I'm going to go into the details about this later. It's almost 1 o'clock and I have a 2 o'clock appointment, but maybe I'll come on later on tonight and I'll talk about how to achieve patterning, right? We'll have another video later on. But when you are discovering Planck's distance, when you are getting in the, it's really not easy for me to describe without going into a long definition, but when you are on the way to practicing mastering the focus levels, focus 5, focus 10, focus 12, you will discover that you develop certain abilities that you didn't have before. And one of those abilities is patterning. You can actually write a pattern of reality into your life. First, sit down and create your intention. You can use a vision board. I like using vision boards because I'm very visual. I like using lists because I like to write to-do lists. I'm just like that. And internalize the vision, but don't internalize the vision from the standpoint of you being on the outside looking in and wanting that vision for your life. Internalize the vision by acting as if you already have, feeling the presence, feeling the abundance that you seek, okay, as a result of having those things, whilst focusing on Focus 10 or Focus 12 in the gateway process, and the gateway, the Monroe Institute gateway audio files. Okay, I highly recommend you go to the Monroe Institute YouTube channel and listen to Bob Monroe, listen to Wednesdays with Bob Monroe, and learn what he's telling you about what he's saying on the videos about achieving the out-of-body state. I wish he was able to talk about patterning more, but patterning is real. Patterning is real, and patterning is something that you can accomplish with focus and the gateway process. Okay, patterning is as real as remote monitoring. We're going to talk about that later. We're going to talk about the mechanics. When I come back online, we're going to talk about the mechanics of the gateway process.
Gold label quality Biomed RX CBD oil is made from organic hemp that is locally grown, glyphosate free, gluten free, non-GMO, homogenized, third-party tested, and CO2 extracted. Visit www.biomedrxcbd.com.
All right. So we're going to talk about that later on. Back to what I was saying. We're going to talk about the gateway process later on when I go live again later this afternoon. And we're also going to discuss the Hieronymus radionics and psionics machines. So look that up. Do a little bit of research. Look up radionics, psionics, and JT Hieronymus. Okay? I would spell the name, but I don't feel like it. Once again, I love you, Katie. All right, shout out to my daughter. Shout out to Kai, my son, and shout out to Yvonne, my oldest. I love all three of you. I love my family of origin as well. Everybody stay kind, because you know kind is not only the new sexy, kind is the only damn sexy. I want you to stay blessed, and I want you to stay healthy. This is Devin Lockett. Have a great day.
Gold label quality Biomed RX CBD oil is made from organic hemp that is locally grown, glyphosate free, gluten free, non-GMO, homogenized, third-party tested, and CO2 extracted. Visit www.biomedrxcbd.com.
Biomedric's Optimum Woman is the only woman's high-potency full-spectrum multiple vitamin supplement to contain 56 nutrients, including those most important for today's woman, such as calcium for bone health, iron for healthy red blood cells, beta-carotene, biotin for nail and hair health, gamma-linoleic acid from evening primrose oil, octasanol, grapeseed extract, a potent antioxidant important for maintaining capillary strength, and vegetarian digestive enzymes. Visit www.biomedrxsupplements.com.